A good summer night here in South Carolina, 89 degrees and perfectly sunny here in Lexington as the Florence Flamingos look to improve on their 7-11 record tonight against the in-state foe, the Lexington County Blowfish. And with that, welcome everybody to Lexington County Baseball Stadium. This is Bryan Miller here with Flamingo Radio. So thankful you are joining us here on this Thursday evening. It will be the Florence Flamingos looking to improve and build on the momentum from their last win. That came Monday night against the Macon Bacon. An 11-4 win over Macon. That snapped a 4-game losing streak for the Flamingos. They're supposed to play last night at home against the Wilson Tobbs, but that game ended up being rained out. So they will head to Lexington County in this Thursday night affair. Blowfish coming into tonight's game with a record of 13-9. They're third in the Western Division. They're losers of 3 straight though. Most recently losing to the Forest City Owls 11-4 in last night's game. It'll be Mickey Sheets on the mound for the Blowfish. First pitch to the center fielder, Paulie Mancino, called strike 1. That's how tonight's ball game will begin. 0-1. That one downstairs and the count evens up. Sheets coming from Sam Houston, made 8 appearances with the Bearcats this past college season, 5 total innings, gave up 12 runs and 14 hits. Mancino pipes that one into left field. The catch is made by the left fielder Sam Stem, able to get a good jump on it and making the running catch for out number 1. So after the center fielder, Paulie Mancino, it'll be Terrence Donati, Drew Kennedy, Anthony Quigley making his debut for the Flamingos tonight in the cleanup spot. Stowe Rogers and Nick Foster. As the first pitch to Donati is chopped towards second base. Xander Buchanan able to field it on a hop and throws it to first base for out number 2. So a quick start to tonight's ball game. In just 3 pitches, 2 outs already for the Lexington County Blowfish. After Nick Foster, 7-8-9 for the Flamingos in the batting order, it will be Brandon Davis, Colin Lindsay, and Tim Dickinson rounding out the order for the Mingos here tonight. As Drew Candy steps in, first pitch to him, call it a ball, and we'll start off 1-0 to the left fielder. Defensively for the Blowfish, it'll be Ty Marshall behind the dish, Gray Wells at first, Xander Buchanan at second, as that one is fouled off by Kennedy. The count evens up at 1-1. At short, it'll be KJ Scobie and Blake Martin at the hot corner for LC tonight. Outfield going left to right for the Blowfish, Sam Stem, Nick DiCarlo, and Andrew Ortiz in right field. 1-1 pitch from Sheets, missing the zone, and we'll go to 2-1. 2-1 pitch coming from the lefty Sheets. Here it is. That one swung on and missed for strike 2. Sheets with 1 appearance and 1 start on the season. That came last Thursday at Macon, through 3 2/3 for the Fish in that one, as that one is fouled off by Kennedy, and the count will remain even. In that appearance last Thursday at Macon, Sheets gave up 3 runs. Only 1 was earned, however. Gave up 5 hits, had no walks, and 3 strikeouts in his lone outing on the season. 2-2 to Kennedy. That one outside, and the count will run full. So a 3-2 pitch coming, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Mingo's looking to get on base. That one outside but fouled off by Kennedy. Count will remain full. That one just to the right of me, right behind the home plate. That one getting into the parking lot just beyond the stadium here at Lexington County. So we'll do this payoff dance again. Here's the pitch from Sheets. That one dribbled right behind home plate, and the count will remain full. Kennedy not playing in Monday's game against Macon, did play Saturday, was 0 for 4 with a strikeout, so looking to get back on base here tonight in the top of the first. Payoff pitch, that one swung on and missed for strike 3. That will end the top of inning number 1. Mingos go down in order. We are still scoreless here in Lexington County. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Bottom of the first here in Lexington County. On the mound for the Mingos tonight, it is the righty Houston Wills out of Eastern Florida State College. The future Camel next season will be transferring there for the next baseball season. Will's making his 5th appearance on the CPL season, and this will be his 4th start. Has thrown 15 innings so far with a 3.60 ERA. He's given up 8 runs, all but 2 were earned. Has given up 9 hits as well, has conceded 7 walks, does have 20 strikeouts on the season so far. Opponents are hitting 173 against the righty so far this CPL season. First pitch to center fielder Nick DiCarlo, missing the zone a little downstairs for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that one outside for ball 2. After DiCarlo, it will be Andrew Ortiz, Blake Martin, Sam Stem, KJ Scobie, Ty Marshall, as the 2-0 pitch comes in for strike 1. And rounding out the order for the Blowfish tonight, it is Gray Wells, Chris Wally, and Xander Buchan playing second and hitting in the 9-hole for LC tonight. Pitch, that one hit up the middle, that will get through. A ground ball with eyes, and the leadoff man DiCarlo will get on. So as the right fielder, Andrew Ortiz steps in for LC, gives us a chance to talk about the Flamingo defense. Behind the dish, it is Colin Lindsay. Infield going left to right, Nick Foster, Tim Dickinson, Brandon Davis, and Anthony Quigley. As the first pitch to Ortiz, missing low for ball 1. A first pitch slider from Wills. Outfield going left to right for the Mingos. It is Drew Kennedy, Paulie Mancino, and Tanner Donati. In right field tonight, 1-0 pitch. Slider again, finding the zone for strike 1. So 1-1 count to Ortiz. He is batting .343 on the season so far. The top of this Blowfish lineup, all having outstanding seasons. DiCarlo goes from first. The throw is a little off target. The tag, not quite in time from the shortstop, Dickinson. The pitch was a ball, so it will be a 2-1 count to Ortiz and a runner in scoring position to work with. DiCarlo now up to 4 stolen bases on the season. So runner on second, still no outs here in the bottom of the first. The pitch to Ortiz, another slider, that one missing outside for ball 3. As Wills is ready to deal the 3-1 pitch. That one finding the zone for strike 2. This is a Blowfish lineup that has really excelled this season, batting .289 on the CPL season, second in the league, on base .411, also second. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Strikeout number 1 and out number 1 for Houston Wills. And that will put away the right fielder, Andrew Ortiz. So the third baseman, Blake Martin, now stepping in for the Blowfish. The third straight lefty to start off the Lexington County orders. That one is poked into left field and into the glove of Drew Kennedy for out number 2. So the Blowfish 1 out away from leaving a runner in scoring position and eliminating the Blowfish threat. It'll be up to the left fielder, Sam Stem, to keep it going for Lexington County. Will set and deals the first pitch to the lefty Stem outside for ball 1. First pitch slider from Wills on that pitch. We have seen that pitch early and often from the righty Wills so far tonight. 1-0. That one swung on and missed for strike 1. DeCarlo at second, a very aggressive secondary lead. We'll see if he tries to steal third with 2 outs. Not something you see often. One of the traditional rules in baseball, don't make the third out at third base. We'll see if it's tested here, as that one is roped into right field and will end up into the Blowfish bullpen for strike number 2. So Wills 1 pitch, 1 strike away from getting out of the early jam. Sam Stem looking to change that, batting .255 on the year so far. The 1-2 pitch up and out for ball 2. 94 on that last pitch from Houston Wills. That's one of the faster pitches we have seen from the righty all season long. Looked like he wanted a little extra there, the potential to end the inning. So 2-2 pitch, here it is. That one a slider, that one outside for ball 3. So now back-to-back at-bats where the count runs full. Stem with 8 RBIs on the season, the payoff pitch. That one a little low for ball 4. It'll be a hard-earned walk for the left fielder Stem. Now runners on second and first for Lexington County. So it'll be the shortstop KJ Scobie stepping in for the Blowfish, looking to keep it going for Lexington County. First pitch from Wills, finding the zone for strike 1. And once again, a first pitch slider from Wills. That one looked a little low, but the home plate umpire, Jeremy Polovic, saying it was a strike. 0-1 pitch, that one inside for ball 1. We'll go to a 1-1 count. Umpires tonight in tonight's ball game, behind the dish is Jeremy Polvic, is Gary Smetana at first, and Joe Idlemarco at third. Positioned right in front of the shortstop Dickinson for now. 1-1 pitch, that one upstairs for ball 2. Once again, 94 on that last pitch from Wills. Seems like he's got a little extra tonight on his fastballs, usually sitting like 92, 93, maybe even down to 91. Haven't often seen 94 from Wills this season, but so far tonight we have definitely seen it. Seems to have something a little extra tonight. 2-1 pitch. That one called strike 2, and the count evens up. 91 on that last pitch from Wills, so we'll see if he stays in that area the rest of tonight's game. So 2-2 count to the shortstop Scobie, 2 outs, runners go. The pitch is called strike 3. Scobie striking out looking. just able to find the zone. Wills is. They leave runners on second and first after one, still scoreless here in Lexington, South Carolina. Heading into inning number 2 here at LC Baseball Stadium, it will be Anthony Quigley making his first at-bat as a Florence Flamingo to start off inning number 2. He'll be facing a lefty Mickey Sheets remaining in for the Blowfish. Quigley coming from South Florida. First pitch to him, swung on and missed for strike 1. Quigley spending last season at South Florida, transferring to Northwest Florida for next season. 0-1 pitch, that one dribbled by Quigley behind home plate, and the count will go to 0-2. Quigley this past season playing in 12 games with the Bulls of USF, batted .231 this past college season. 0-2 pitch, that one a little upstairs for ball 1. Quigley 3 for 13 in his last college season. Did have 4 RBIs though, and 2 stolen bases. 1-2, that one hit up the middle. That will get through. Flamingos get the first base runner of tonight's ball game, and a pretty good start for Anthony Quigley. Welcome to the Florence Flamingos. So that'll bring up the DH Stowe Rogers for the Mingos. Rogers 1 for 4 in Saturday night's game against Macon. Had a double for his lone hit. Large lead at first base for Quigley. The pitch called strike 1, and we'll start off 0-1 against the DH Rogers. Last time we were here, last Friday night, that one is hit towards short. Scobie gets it, flips it to second for 1. To throw first is in time for out number 2. So a 6-4-3 double play for the Blowfish. Mingo's now down to their last out of inning number 2. So another tough break for the Flamingos offense. The leadoff man Quigley getting on, a leadoff single with 2 strikes on him, and then Rogers rounding into the double play. First pitch to Nick Foster, off-speed pitch from Sheets. That one called for strike 1. Foster also 1 for 4 in Saturday night's win or loss against Macon. That one grounded into the glove of Sheets. He will flip it to first base for out number 3. So after the double play from Rogers, Foster grounding to the pitcher for out number 3. Heading into the bottom of the second, still scoreless here in Lexington County. Bottom of the second here in Lexington, South Carolina. It will be Ty Marshall, Gray Wells, and Chris Wally due up for the Blowfish. Houston Wills remaining on the bump for the Flamingos. Still scoreless here, 0-0. Each squad with 1 hit tonight, but leaving runners on base has been an issue for both teams so far tonight. So it'll be the catcher, Ty Marshall, leading things off for Lexington County. Marshall in 12 games so far this season, batting .295 on the CPL season. First pitch from Wills, that one fouled back. Looks like that will get into the parking lot or maybe on the road beside this stadium here for strike number 1. So an 0-1 pitch coming to the lefty Marshall. Yet another lefty in the Blowfish lineup. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and missed for strike 2. There's that slider again from Wills, 81 miles per hour. Mingo's looking to get the leadoff man out. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Wills. That one a slider outside for ball 1. Sun's starting to set here at Lexington County Baseball Stadium. The right side of the field covered in shadows, but the left side still in sunlight. As that is swung on and missed for strike 3, dropped by the catcher Lindsay. To throw to Quigley at first base in time for out number 1. So 3 strikeouts on the day for Houston Wills so far. A very strong start to his outing for the righty. So as I was mentioning with the shadows here, the divider between sunlight and shadowed area, as that pitch misses the zone for ball 1, is pretty much right where the left fielder Drew Kennedy is standing. So we'll see if that could bring a little trouble for the left fielders. As that pitch misses a little high for ball 2. And there's like a little bit of daylight right in front of the mound as well, as that 2-0 pitch misses out for ball 3. So we'll see how that situation develops if hitters are having trouble getting it out of the pitcher's hands in the next inning or 2, is the 3-0 pitch from Wills called strike 1. There's a very wicked glare for the broadcasters here as well in the early innings. 3-1 pitch, that one hit towards left side of the infield, past the diving Dickinson into left field. It'll be a lead, or not a leadoff, but a single for Gray Wells. Runner on first base, 1 out for the Blowfish. So that'll bring up the DH, Chris Wally, for Lexington County. Wally coming from Abraham Baldwin, batting .136 in 10 games with the Fish so far. First pitch from Wills, that one cracks towards the right side of the infield, over the head of Quigley, past the second baseman Davis, and into shallow right field. The runner will remain at second, and he will indeed stay there. The throw from the right fielder Donati kind of took one short hop into the glove of the shortstop Dickinson, kind of popped out of his glove and away from him. Thought for a second that Wells might make a break towards third base, but he will indeed stay at second. So potential disaster for the Flamingos diverted. Runners on second and first for Lexington County. One out here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Xander Buchan, called strike one. Buchan in 12 games, batting .261 for the Blowfish, has one home run on the season. That came in last Friday's game here against the Flamingos. So 0-1 from Wills, missing outside, and the count evens up. Florence has only given up 4 home runs as a pitching staff, as the 1-1 pitch missing the zone a little outside and maybe up as well. Count will go to 2-1. But half of those 4 home runs given up by the Mingos came in last Friday's game against these Blowfish, as that pitch misses a little downstairs for ball 3. Kind of a weird, uncharacteristic game from the Mingo pitching staff last time we were here. 3-1 pitch, that one outside. It will be a walk for Buchan. And now the base is puffered up with Blowfish with the top of the order now digging in. So the top of the order, Nick DiCarlo digging in for Lexington County. Has the bases loaded for him, just one out here in the bottom of the second. Blowfish looking to get on the scoreboard first. DiCarlo already 1 for 1 on the day as well. First pitch to him, upstairs for ball 1. DiCarlo with 15 RBIs on the season so far. 1-0 pitch to him, that one fouled back for strike 1, and we'll have an even 1-1 count. Florence able to get out of trouble in the top of the first, leaving a couple of Blowfish on. We'll see if they're able to do it here. 1-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. I mean, you are just one pitch away, if you're Wills, from potentially an inning-ending double play, or 1 strike away from a critical strikeout. Corner infield playing in, middle infield playing double play depth. 1-2 pitch. Slider again, that one a little upstairs though, and the count evens up 2-2. DiCarlo in last night's game at Forest City, 2 for 5. 2-2 pitch, that one clubbed down the left field line. That will get out of here for a foul ball. DiCarlo kind of just throwing his hands at that last pitch. Wasn't very hard, just 65 miles per hour off of his bat. And that one looking a little outside, probably would have been called a ball, but DiCarlo thought it was close enough to swing at, and he fouls it off, and the count will remain the same. 2-2, that one clubbed into right field. That will get down. 1 run will score for Lexington County. Runner from second told to stay at third, so an RBI single for Nick DiCarlo, and the Blowfish get on the board first. And the bases remain loaded full of Blowfish as the right fielder Andrew Ortiz steps in. Now 161 runs for the Blowfish this season, as that first pitch misses a little upstairs for ball 1. Lexington County leading the CPL in runs scored so far this season. 1-0 pitch to Ortiz, that one outside for ball 2. So Blowfish second in team average, second in on base, fifth in slugging, leads the CPL in runs and hits as the 2-0 pitch finding the zone for strike one. So 46 doubles for the Blowfish this season. They are first in the CPL. They are up 11 on the next team. It's that 2-1 pitch missing well outside. It'll be a 3-1 count to the lefty Ortiz. So Will's needing to find the zone here. Here's the 3-1. That one swung on, hit towards left side of the infield. Dickinson gloves it, goes to third for the out. But one more run will score. Chris Wally will go across home. And now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. So runners on second and first for the Blowfish, but 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 2. Really the only play that the shortstop Dickinson could make there. First pitch from Wills, that one swung on and fouled off down the left field line for strike number 1. Yeah, that one hit to the right side of the shortstop Tim Dickinson. Couldn't really go anywhere else besides where his momentum was taking him towards third base. A strong lead for DeCarlo at second. Here's the 0-1. That one, a bouncer just past home plate, and the count evens up 1-1. Martin today, 0 for 1, flew out to the left fielder Kennedy in his last at bat. 1-1 pitch to him. Slider again. That one called strike 2. That one looking a little outside, but Wills and the Flamingos will certainly take it. They are now 1 strike away from limiting the damage to 2 runs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one chops up the middle, gloved by the second baseman Davis. The throw to second, called safe. The throw to home is in time for out number 3. DeCarlo at second, a little bit too greedy, and that's how the second inning will end, but not without damage done. The Blowfish able to get a couple across. After 2 is the Blowfish 2, Mingos nothing here on Flamingo Radio. Heading into the top of the third here at Lexington County Baseball Stadium. Blowfish able to get a couple across in the bottom half of the second. They are up 2-0 over the Florence Flamingos. It will be Davis, Lindsay, and Dickinson due up for Florence. Start off inning number 3. The lefty Mickey Sheets remaining into pitch for LC. First pitch to Davis inside for ball 1. Last time we saw Brandon Davis had an excellent day at the plate as the 1-0 pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Davis Monday night against Macon, 3 for 3, had an RBI double, 2 RBIs on the day, a couple of walks, a stolen base, and 2 runs. As that 1-1 pitch missing outside, count will go to 2-1. Davis able to win the distinction of CPL Hitter of the Night on Monday night, as that is swung on and missed for strike 2. It'll be an even 2-2 count to the righty Davis. Davis, the first hitter of the night for the Mingos this season, 2-2 to him. That one lifted into right field and will be caught by the right fielder Andrew Ortiz for out number 1. So that'll bring up the catcher Colin Lindsay for the Mingos, looking to get something going here. First pitch to him, popped into the outfield. Looks like a can of corn for the center fielder DeCarlo. He will make the catch for out number 2. So another quick start to the inning. It's kind of been a theme of the night so far. All 3 innings that Mingo batters have been at the plate. It's been very, very quick at-bats so far in tonight's ballgame. First pitch to the shortstop Dickinson. That one low and outside for ball 1. Dickinson leading the Mingos in games played this season. He has played in 16 of them. 1-0 curveball from Sheets, called strike 1. Sheets certainly not afraid to throw that breaking pitch, as that 1-1 fastball comes in low and out for ball 2. Good variety we've seen from the lefty Sheets so far. 2-1, that one hit up the middle over the glove of the shortstop Scobie. It'll be a 2-out single for Tim Dickinson. So lineup flips order for the Flamingos. It will be Paulie Mancino digging in for the second time tonight. Mancino 0 for 1 today, flew out to the left fielder Sam Stem in his previous at-bat. First pitch to him, called strike 1. Dickinson at first has 12 stolen bases, leads the Flamingos in stolen bags this season. 0-1 pitch, that one hit towards the right side of the field. That will get down. Dickinson looking to go first to third, will stay at second, however, after putting the brakes on. But another 2-out single for the Mingos. They now have runners on second and first. So it'll be the right fielder Tanner Donati looking to keep it going for the Mingos. He is 0 for 1 today. Grounds out to his second baseman Buchanan, his last at bat. First pitch from Sheets. A little downstairs for ball 1. We'll start off 1-0. Donati batting .233 on the season so far. Does have 5 RBIs. A chance to add to that total here. 1-0. Curveball called strike 1. That one maybe a little too far inside, but very, very close to the zone nonetheless. 1-1 pitch to Donati. That one swung on and fouled back right behind home plate, and we'll go to a 1-2 count. So Mingo's down to their last strike of the top of the third. They got a couple of runners on, looking to dig into the 2-run deficit. Here's the pitch. That one outside, squirts out of the glove of the catcher Marshall, but not enough for either runner to break. Count will go to 2-2. It'll be Drew Kennedy on deck and Quigley in the hole for the Mingos. Waiting on the 2-2 pitch from Mickey Sheets. Here it is. That one fouled off, and the count will remain even. Leaving runners on has been a little bit of an issue for the Mingos all season long. We'll see if they're able to get someone across here. 2-2. That one hit down the first base line, but right into the glove of the first baseman Wells. He will take it himself for out number 3. So hard contact from the lefty Donati, just going right into a Blowfish defender. Heading into the bottom of the third, it remains Blowfish 2, Mingos nothing. Bottom of the third here at the Fishbowl. It will be Stem, Scobie, and Marshall due up for the Blowfish, looking to build on their 2-0 lead. Mingos leaving runners on second and first in the top half of the inning, looking to hang a bagel in this bottom half of the third. Houston Wills remaining into pitch. First pitch to Stem, called strike one. Stem with a walk in his lone appearance tonight. The 0-1 pitch, that one rocketed towards second, off of the glove of Davis, and he will stroll into first. A wide turn, but he will head back. The leadoff man on for the Blowfish. Last play ruled a single from Sam Stem. Did hit the glove of the second baseman Davis, but it was off of a diving attempt, just squirted out of his glove. Certainly would have been an outstanding play from the second baseman Davis should he have made the catch, but a tough break there. Runner on first base for LC. So the shortstop KJ Scobie digging in. He is 0 for 1 today. He struck out looking to end the bottom of the first in his last at-bat tonight. First pitch to him is hit towards right field. Trouble if it's fair. It is fair into the right field corner and over the wall. It'll be a ground rule double for Scobie. Honestly, probably a fortunate break there for the Flamingos. Stem getting a great jump on it, probably would have been able to score. Actually, I would say he very likely would have scored. That could have been a three-bagger for Scobie should that have remained under the fence. But luckily for Florence, it was able to hop over. So runners on second and third. First pitch to Marshall, hit into right field. That will get down. Stem scoring from third. Scobie will remain at third base. Runners on the corners for the Blowfish, now up 3-0. So a tough start for Houston Wills to start off the bottom of the third as the first baseman Gray Wells steps in. Runners on the corners, still no outs. Blowfish up 3-0. Wells able to single his last time up. He would later score. First pitch to him, that one outside for ball one. There is action in the Flamingos bullpen. It looks like it is the lefty Thomas Layden. 1-0 pitch, that one hammered down the first base line, but well foul, and the count will even up 1-1. In all honesty, it's looking very similar to the last time we were here at Lexington County. What would end up being a 6-0 Blowfish win. 1-1, that one hit and fouled down the third base line. well foul again. The count will go to 1-2. Wally on deck, Buchanan in the hole. 1-2 pitch from Wills. That one missing a little outside, maybe a little high as well, and the count evens up at 2-2. Blowfish looking to expand the lead. Here's the pitch, is fouled off right behind home plate, and the count will remain even. That one coming right into a group of Flamingo fans sitting behind home plate. Flamingo fans I am very familiar with, a group of interns making the trip here to Lexington County. 2-2, that one swung on and fouled off. That one will dribble off behind home plate, and the count will remain an even 2-2. Gray Wells 1 for 4 with a double last night at Forest City. 2-2, that one hit right towards Davis at second. He will catch it on a fly. Looks towards first base to potentially get Marshall, but he's able to get back. But Will's able to get out number 1 here in the bottom of the third. So that'll bring up the DH Wally for the second time tonight. He's able to single his last time up. First pitch to him outside for ball 1. Wally 1 for 1 today. Looking to get his first RBI on the day. 1-0 from Wills, called strike 1. Wills going back to that slider pitch, able to find the backdoor strike there. Here's the 1-1. That one well inside. Runner goes from first to throw to second. Is not in time. Marshall deciding to stop immediately. He's able to retreat back to first base in time. Scobie remaining at third. So a 2-1 count to Wally. Runners remaining on the corners. Good awareness from Marshall to not go too far out. 2-1, that one hit down the left side of the infield, splitting the gap between Dickinson and Foster. An RBI single for Chris Wally, and the lead expands to 4 for Lexington County. That'll bring out a visit from Tyson Ellis. It's looking like this might be the end of the road for the righty Houston Wills. And it looks like that indeed is going to be the end of his outing today. So through 2 1/3, Wills giving up 4 runs on 8 hits, had 2 walks and 3 strikeouts on his outing today. An uncharacteristic outing for the righty Wills. Well, that'll bring in a new pitcher for the Flamingos. We'll get you the new arm after this quick break here on Flamingo Radio. The new arm for the Mingos is the lefty Thomas Layden from Grambling State, making his 6th appearance as a Flamingo in CPL play. Has thrown 8 2/3 so far, has given up 5 runs, 4 of which have been earned, and 6 hits, has 9 walks and 9 strikeouts on the season so far. Opponents are hitting 182 against the lefty Layden so far. He'll be facing the second baseman Xander Buchan to start off his outing. Runners on second and first for Lexington County. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch from Layden, a little low and in for ball number 1. Layden last threw a week ago against the Wilmington Sharks through 2 2/3. Did not give up a run, only gave up 2 hits, had 2 walks and 3 strikeouts against Wilmington. 1-0 pitch coming to Buchan, that one called strike 1. You would have to think for Tyson Ellis it'd be beneficial to bring in a lefty against a Blowfish lineup. Really dependent on lefties throughout their order. 1-1 pitch, I should say. A bouncer just past home plate, getting away for Lindsay for a second, but runners will remain where they are. So a 2-1 pitch coming to the righty Buchan. Top of the order coming up next for Lexington County. Seems pretty critical to get an out here. 2-1 pitch. That one rocketed up into the South Carolina sky. Brandon Davis heading over and will make the catch for out number 2. That one seemed like it remained up in the air forever. It looked like the first baseman Quigley was calling off Davis, but it was actually the opposite. Davis charging in late as that ball was curving towards him. So top of the order up for Lexington County. Nick DiCarlo digging in for the 3rd time tonight. Is 2 for 2 on the day so far. First pitch from Layden outside for ball 1. DiCarlo with a couple of singles tonight. Was left at second though in both of his times on base tonight. 1-0 pitch. That one outside for ball 2. So the Ortiz on deck and Blake Martin in the hole for the Blowfish. Mingo's looking to limit the damage at 2 runs in this frame. 2-0 pitch coming from Layden. Here it is. That one downstairs for ball 3. Layden spending his last college season with the Grambling State Tigers, had 12 appearances with them through 7 2/3. Currently in the transfer portal though. 3-0 pitch. That one called strike 1. DiCarlo coming into tonight's game batting .366, now up to .384 on the year after his 2 singles tonight. Seems like a likely all-star in Macon in a couple of weeks. 3-1 pitch. That one outside for ball 4. DiCarlo will get on base for the 3rd time tonight. Bases loaded. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. So pretty critical at bat here for both squads as the right fielder Ortiz digs in for the Fish. First pitch from Layden. Off-speed pitch, that one outside for ball 1. 80 miles per hour from Layden on that last pitch. Looking to find the zone. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. 4-0 Blowfish. The 1-0 pitch called strike 1. Layden able to find the outside corner. Ortiz coming into tonight's game batting .343, has 9 doubles on the season, is tied for the CPL lead. As that one is dribbled in front of home plate. Will it remain fair? It will not. And the count will go to 1-2. That one very nearly perfectly placed by the lefty Ortiz. That one just a dribbler in front of the plate, but that one kind of landing right at the boundary between the dirt and the grass down the first base line. So as soon as it hit that, it started to roll right and into foul territory before the catcher Lindsay touched it. So goes as a foul ball. 1-2 pitch from Layden. Here's the pitch. That slider outside for ball 2. So each squad one pitch away from potentially really changing this game. 2-2 pitch. That one slider again. Pitch is low. Ortiz not quite going around, and the count runs full. So full count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Bases loaded. Runners will be going, especially with Speedy DiCarlo at first. You would think anything in the gap would allow bases to clear. Here's the pitch. It is called. Strike 3. Good pitch there from Thomas Layden. Leaves the bases loaded, but Lexington County able to get a couple more across. After 3, Mingo's down 4. Top of the fourth here in Lexington County. It will be Kennedy, Quigley, and Rogers due up for the Mingos. They'll be facing a lefty, Mickey Sheets, coming out for inning number 4. Lexington County able to get a couple of fishies across in the bottom half of the third. They swell the lead to 4-0. Mingos have some work to do. It will be the left fielder Drew Kennedy leading things off. First pitch to him is a little low and inside for ball number 1. Kennedy today 0 for 1. He struck out his last time up. That ended the top of the first. 1-0 to him. Hit towards the shortstop Scobie. He backhands it. A couple of pats on the glove to throw. First is just in time for out number 1. Drew Kennedy is the fastest player on this Flamingos roster. You could certainly understand why after seeing that last play. It looked like one too many pats of the glove from the shortstop Scobie, but he is able to throw out Kennedy just in time for out number 1. He was a step, if that, away from an infield single. First pitch to Quigley, hit towards Scobie again at short. Throw a little off to the first baseman Wells, but he's able to hang on for out number 2. So KJ Scobie, a busy man here in the top of the 4th inning. Back-to-back plays too with him. He is staying ready and has gotten a couple of outs for the Blowfish in the top of the 4th. I'll bring up the DH Rogers. First pitch to him swung on and missed for strike 1. And once again, that theme of quick innings continuing for Mingo batters is that 0-1 pitch outside for ball 1. Blowfish able to get 2 outs in just 3 pitches. 1-1. That one hit well into left field. Will it remain fair? It will be fair, and that will be a ground rule double for Stowe Rogers down the left field line. Some wicked spin on it. And I think they're going to, Rogers, it looked like he was kind of confused. He didn't know that it was a ground rule double. He started to retreat back to first base. Now the umpiring crew telling him, no, you could actually move up 90 feet. You don't have to remain at first. After the ball bouncing over the wall down the left field line towards the Flamingo bullpen. Rogers evidently wasn't able to see it, so he will head into second base. First pitch to Nick Foster, clubbed into center field. DeCarlo backtracking and will make the catch for out number 3. So Mingo's leaving a runner in scoring position heading into the bottom of the 4th, still down 4. Bottom of the 4th here in Lexington, South Carolina. Blowfish remain up 4-0 over the Flamingos. They have gotten 2 runners across the past 2 innings. They're looking to continue the trend here in inning number 4. It'll be third baseman Blake Martin stepping in. A lefty-on-lefty matchup as Thomas Layden remains in to pitch his first full inning of work for him. Pitch to Martin, that one fouled back towards the left side of the field, well out of here. Looks like out of the stadium here for a foul ball. We'll start off 0-1 against Martin. Martin has not reached base so far tonight. 0-1 pitch, curveball in for strike 2. So a good change of pace for Thomas Layden to start off the at-bat. Fastball, then that off-speed pitch on the 0-1. Here's the 0-2. That one, same breaking pitch again, swung on and missed. The throw to first in time from Colin Lindsay. A 3-pitch strikeout from Thomas Layden is how we start off the bottom of the 4th. So I'll bring up the left fielder, Sam Stem, for LC. Stem today 1 for 1. He singled his last time up and would later score. He was the first run in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him, missing the zone. We'll start off 1-0. Stem coming from Gonzaga, has 2 doubles so far with the Blowfish. 1-0 pitch from Layden, missing low and out. We'll go to a 2-0 count against the lefty Stem. 2-0 pitch from Layden. Is that slider again? Did he go? He did not. And we'll go to a 3-0 count. Stem, a pretty good day. Last time he faced the Flamingos, went 2 for 4, had 4 RBIs as that pitch is in for strike 1, and had a home run as well. Lexington County with 2 home runs in that game last Friday night, one coming from Sam Stem, the other from Xander Buchan. Both of them over the right field wall. 3-1, that one hit well into center field. Mancino backing up, approaching the warning track, and will make the catch for out number 2. Mancino making that catch right in front of the 394 sign in dead center. That 394 is no coincidence here at Lexington County Baseball Stadium. Got the same dimensions as Wrigley Field in dead center. It is 318 down the left field line, same as Yankee Stadium, as the first pitch to KJ Scobie missing in for ball 1. And down right field line, it is 302, the same as the pesky pole down the right field line at Fenway Park. Even the backstop, 55 feet behind home plate, as the 1-0 is hit past the third baseman, Nick Foster. That will be a 2-out single for KJ Scobie. Anyway, to continue what I was saying about the backstop here at LC Baseball Stadium is the same as Dodger Stadium. This has to be one of, if not the biggest backstops in the CPL. Certainly noticeable, much, much larger than any stadium I have seen so far this season. So I'll bring up the catcher, Ty Marshall, for the Blowfish. Layden going back to first to check in on Scobie. He's able to get back in time. Scobie at first does have 1 stolen bag on the season. Is 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts. First pitch to Marshall, called strike 1. Marshall coming from Clemson, has 3 extra base hits for the Blowfish so far this season. 0-1, swung on and missed for strike 2. Certainly interesting in the Blowfish lineup. Scobie from South Carolina and Marshall from Clemson. Gamecocks and Tigers batting together. 0-2, that one called strike 3. The 2 strikeouts in the inning for Thomas Layden. They leave a runner on first base after 4. Flamingos down 4-0. 7, 8, 9 due up in the Mingo order as we enter inning number 5 here at LC Baseball Stadium. Mingo's able to leave the Blowfish scoreless in the bottom half of the 4th inning. It is a 4-run lead for Lexington County, however. First pitch to Brandon Davis, curveball finding the outside part of the zone for strike 1. Davis 0 for 1 today, flew out to the right fielder Ortiz his last time up. 0-1 pitch left outside for ball 1. Davis looking to continue the momentum from his last game as that 1-1 pitch called strike 2. Davis named the CPL hitter of the night Monday night after the win over the Macon Bacon. 1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. The catcher Marshall able to hang on to it, so 1 up, 1 down to start off inning number 5. So I'll bring up the catcher Colin Lindsay for the Mingos. Lindsay flying out to the center fielder DeCarlo's last time up. First pitch to him skied, but well foul. Looks like that is going to get out of the stadium here, and we'll start off 0-1. Lindsay now 2 for 25 on the season, as that is swung on and missed for strike 2. Lindsay does have 3 hit by pitches this season though, so still finding some ways to get on base. 0-2, that one well outside for ball 1. Still a pretty manageable pitch count for Sheets, as that is fouled up behind home plate. Is there enough room for Marshall to make the play? There is not. That will land in row number 1 or 2 here at the stadium. That will be a souvenir for somebody. Well, actually, technically won't. We have a very limited amount of baseballs here in the CPL, as that 1-2 is inside and the count evens up. All foul balls in CPL games have to be returned to somewhere in the stadium. Those balls have to get reused, a very limited number that each team gets throughout the season. As that 2-2 is lifted into left field. Will that get down? It will not. A sliding grab made by the left fielder Sam Stem will bring us to out number 2 in the inning. It certainly looked like Lindsay was going to get on. Looks like that blooper was going to get down, but Stem able to make up a lot of ground towards the end, as the first pitch to Dickinson is outside for ball 1. And he's able to slide just enough at the perfect time to make the grab. 1-0 from Sheets, that one outside for ball 2. So 2-0 count to the lefty Dickinson. Here's the pitch. That curveball a little too far in, very nearly getting the lefty Dickinson. He's able to scatter out of the way of the ball, and we'll see another pitch, 3-0, that one called strike 1. Sheets working really quickly. 3-1 pitch, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. That one hit towards the right side of the infield, past it, diving Buchan at second. It will be a 2-out single for the lefty Tim Dickinson, his second single of the night. So lineup flips over for Florence. It will be Paulie Mancino digging in for the 3rd time tonight. Mancino 1 for 2 in tonight's game. Singled his last time up. First pitch from Sheets, that one fouled back down the first base line for strike 1. Mancino, spending his last college season at Ohio University, will remain in the MAC, as that is swung on and missed for strike 2. He'll remain in the MAC next season, just not with the Bobcats. He will head a little north heading to Northwest Ohio. He will be a Bowling Green Falcon next year. He'll be joining his Flamingo teammate Alex Laird. 0-2 pitch to him. That one fouled down the right field line. A little too far right of the Blowfish bullpen, and the count will remain the same. Sheets working quickly. The 0-2 pitch. That one outside, ball one. It'll be Donati on deck and Kennedy in the hole for the Mingos. Looking to get something going here. They have 5 hits on the day, but no runs to show for it. 1-2. That one hit towards the second baseman, Buchanan. He will flip it to second for out number 3, and why not? Scobie will throw it to first for out number 4. So 1 extra out for the Lexington County Blowfish. As we enter the bottom of the 5th inning, Mingo still down 4-0. Seven, 8, 9 in the order due up for the Blowfish as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Fishies remain up 4-0 over the Mingos. Looking for another clean inning for Flamingo pitching and defense. Layden remains in to pitch. The first pitch to the first baseman, Gray Wells, called strike 1. There's that slider breaking pitch. I'm going to call it a slider from Layden. More horizontal break than vertical. He's not been afraid to throw it tonight. 0-1. Now one a fastball called strike 2. Layden just able to get the lower outside corner on the lefty Wells, and he's up 0-2. Here's the pitch. That one clubs towards second base, past Brandon Davis, not quite able to get to it. It will be a leadoff single for Gray Wells. So that'll bring up the DH Wally for Lexington County. He is 2 for 2 today with a couple of singles. Certainly improving his average. He came into tonight's game batting 136 on the year, now up to 208. So now officially over the Mendoza line for now. First pitch from Layden just outside for ball 1. Maybe a little high as well from the lefty Layden. Another lefty on lefty matchup. Layden going back to first. Wells able to get back. Wells does not have a stolen base attempt this season. Has a small lead at first base. 1-0 pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Late movement from Layden on that pitch. Wally swinging through it for strike number 1. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner on first for Lexington County. Here's the 1-1. That swung on and missed again for strike 2. Pretty much a carbon copy of the one, or from the last pitch from Thomas Layden. That one a little further in. dropped Wally to one knee. Here's the 1-2 as that slider again swung on and missed for strike 3. So a slider heavy at bat for Thomas Layden resulted in the strikeout. Now up to 4 strikeouts on the day already. Layden now officially through 2 innings. 4 of his 6 outs today have been via strikeout. First pitch to Buchanan, a little too far in for ball 1. Buchanan today 0-for-1, did reach base in the 2nd inning. 1-0 pitch from Layden, swung on and missed for strike 1. Layden, I mean, his stuff from the lefty Layden, just really, really good. Opponent's only hitting 182 coming into tonight's game as that swung on and missed for strike 2. There'll be a 1-2 pitch coming to the righty Buchanan. The only issue for Layden, or I guess the biggest issue, has been walks. He has 9 of them coming into tonight's game, but only with 1 tonight. And you can certainly see if he's able to control his stuff, it is very, very potent. 1-2, that one called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for the lefty Layden. Now up to 5 in the outing so far. So top of the order up for Lexington County. Nick DiCarlo digging in for his 4th appearance at the dish tonight. Is 2 for 2, has a couple of singles and a walk tonight. Has gotten on base all 3 of his times up. First pitch slider from Layden, called strike 1. No one able to sneak in the inside part of the zone. Layden potentially looking to strike out the side. Here's the 0-1 pitch slider again. That one hit towards Davis at second. Fields it on the bounce. Flips it to Dickinson at second base for out number 3. So a clean ending for the Flamingos defensively. After 5, it is still 4-0 Lexington County. Stay with us on Blowfish Radio. Inning number 6 here in LC. It will be Donati, Kennedy, and Quigley due up for the Mingos. Still looking for their first run of the night. They are down 4-0 to Lexington County. Mickey Sheets remaining Up on the bump for Lexington County. First pitch to Donati, swung on and missed for strike one. Sheets now up to 67 pitches on the night. The 0-1, that one outside for ball one. Obviously, in summer balls, the 1-1 pitch curveball is hammered down the first base line, but foul. Count will go to 1-2. Obviously, in summer ball, you never know what everybody's pitch count is at, so you don't know how far Sheets is going to go. 1-2 pitch, that one outside for ball two. But I mean, you'd have to imagine that for the head coach Michael Menhart, he's getting more than he expected from the lefty Sheets so far tonight. 2-2 pitch, that one fouled off down the first base line, hitting the base of the Blowfish dugout. And the count will remain an even 2-2. Tonight, today, 0 for 2 on the day. 2-2 pitch fouled off once again. And once again, the count will remain 2-2. Logan Ross at second base, at first base coach. 2-2 pitch to Deny. That one lifted into center field. DiCarlo will make the catch for out number one. So that long at bat ends with a fly out to center field for Tanner Donati. 1 up, 1 down to start off inning number 6. I'll bring a visit from the Flamingo dugout. I believe that is Michael Menhart. He'll be making the pitching change. A very strong outing today for the lefty Mickey Sheets. Final stats on him: got through 5 1/3 of scoreless baseball, gave up 5 hits, had no walks and 2 strikeouts on the day. We'll get you the new Blowfish pitcher after this quick break here on Flamingo Radio. New arm for the Blowfish is the righty Cade Bachknight. Spent his last college season at USC Aiken, transferring to Wofford for next year. So the future Terrier stepping in for the Blowfish here tonight. He's making his 6th appearance on the season so far. Has started 2 games for Lexington County so far this season. Has thrown 13 1/3, given up 6 runs, all but 1 were earned on 10 hits. Has 6 walks and 15 strikeouts so far this season. ERA of 3.37. The first pitch to Drew Kennedy, a little downstairs, and we'll start off 1-0 to the righty Kennedy. Bachknight last through the 21st against the High Toms, through 2 innings against them. That one chopped towards short. Gloves by Scobie to throw to first in time for out number 2. In that outing against High Point Thomasville for Bachknight, he gave up 2 runs, one of which was earned. Gave up 3 hits, had 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. against the High Toms. So far, a good start for Bachknight. One batter, one out. I'll bring up the first baseman Quigley. First pitch to him, swung on and missed for strike one. 94 on that last pitch from Bachknight. Quigley in his Flamingo debut, 1 for 2 so far, singled in his first at bat. 0-1 pitch, finding the zone for strike two. An 84 mile per hour slider from the righty Bachknight, and he is up 0-2 on the righty Quigley. Here's the pitch. That one called strike three. On the fastball, looked maybe a little outside. That's what Quigley thought, but he will retreat back to the Flamingo dugout. Flamingos go down in order, heading into the bottom of the sixth. They're down 4-0. Bottom of the sixth here in Lexington, South Carolina. Thomas Layden remaining in to pitch for the Mingos. He'll be facing Ortiz, Martin, and Stem. Start off the bottom of the sixth inning. First pitch to the lefty Ortiz. That one a little high and in, a little chin music there. And we'll start off 1-0. Layden's only given up 2 hits so far in his outing, has not given up a run so far, just 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. 1-0 to Ortiz, weakly hit towards the shortstop Dickinson. He will catch it on a fly for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for Layden and the Mingos, as that brings up the third baseman Blake Martin for the 4th time tonight. He's looking for his first hit on the night. First pitch from Layden. That one hammered down the first base line, but will end up foul. We'll start 0-1. Pretty good outing for Layden so far. Really can't ask for much more. Keeping the Mingos in this, just has to get his help, some help from the offense. 0-1 pitch. Slider in the zone, strike 2. So first pitch fastball from Layden, then that slider. Good variety of pitches for the lefty. Looking for strikeout number 6. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Now 6 strikeouts on the night for Thomas Layden. So 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be up to the left fielder Sam Stem to keep the inning alive for Lexington County. Stem 1 for 2 today. First pitch to him, called strike 1. I don't think we have seen a CPL pitcher of the night come from the losing team. I could be wrong on that, but Thomas Layden certainly putting up a really good performance that is certainly worthy of that honor. As that one a little bit outside, that one getting past the catcher Lindsay, and the count will even up 1-1. We haven't seen a ton of pitchers of the night come in relief either, but I mean, Thomas Layden, this is certainly a performance that's worthy of it. 1-1, that one hit into center field. Can Mancino get in time? He will not. It will bounce in front of him. It will be a 2-out single for Stem, his second single of the night. And the Blowfish will have a runner on first base to work with 2 outs in the inning. So the baton will be passed off to the shortstop, Scobie. He is looking for his third hit of the night. Has a double and a single so far in tonight's ball game. Also struck out in the first. Layden set, but before that, he will throw towards first base to check in on Stem. He's able to get back in plenty of time. Stem 0 for 1 on stolen base attempts so far this season. Has a bigger lead than you would think at first base, though, especially against the lefty. First pitch from Layden. That one low and in for ball 1. 90 miles per hour on that last pitch from the lefty hurler, Layden. And Stem kind of putting a lot of his momentum into that right knee of his. He will retreat back to first base. He's able to get back in time. Kind of a delayed time for him to get back up, but he looks okay. That was actually a closer play at first base than we initially thought it would be. And still a large lead at first base. Layden goes back again. That attempt's not quite in time. The first baseman Quigley thought he tagged him. He started to head back to the Flamingo dugout. And honestly, if that was an accurate throw from Layden, he would have gotten him out, but that one just a little high. Quigley had to reach up to go get it. Still a large lead at first base for Stem. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one swung on towards Foster at third. It will get past him. Runners will move station to station. Back-to-back singles for Lexington County with 2 outs. So runners on second and first for the Blowfish as the catcher Ty Marshall steps in. Marshall 1 for 3 tonight, 2 strikeouts and a single sandwiched in between. First pitch from Layden, downstairs smothered by the catcher Lindsay for ball 1. Marshall now with 14 hits on the season. 3 of them have been for extra bases. Actually, 4 of them if you include his home run. Has 7 RBIs on the season. 1-0 pitch, that one skied into center field. Mancino looks to be under it. He will indeed make the catch for out number 3. So a late scare from Lexington County. They leave runners on second and first. Layden able to get out of it as we enter inning number 7. Mingo still down 4-0. Top of the 7th here at the Fish Bowl. It is the Blowfish up on the Flamingos. Still a 4-0 score here as we enter the top of the 7th inning. It will be Stowe Rogers, Nick Foster, and Brandon Davis due up for the Mingos. And Cade Balknight, after getting the last 2 outs of the 6th inning, remaining out to start off the 7th. First pitch, slider to Rogers, finding the zone for strike 1. Has a pretty good pitch there from the righty Balknight. 0-1 pitch, that one a little upstairs for ball 1. 92 on that fastball from the hurler Balknight. An even 1-1 count. Here's the pitch to Rogers. That one hit towards short, backhanded by Scobie. The throw, a bouncer. Is it in time? It is for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down to start off the top of the 7th. That one, another close play at first base. And a good throw there from Scobie. Throwing it low, making it an easier play for the first baseman, Gray Wells, and able to field it on a bounce he is for out number 1. First pitch to Nick Foster, rocketed up the middle. That will get down for a single. First hit on the day for Nick Foster, and a runner on first base for the Mingos to work with. So Foster now up to 1 for 3 on the day. That will bring up the lefty Brandon Davis for the 3rd time tonight. First pitch to him, called strike 1. Mingos now up to 6 hits on tonight's ball game. Blowfish are doubling them up there. They have 12 as the 0-1 pitch from Balknight missing outside for ball 1. One's all across the scoreboard here at LC Baseball Stadium. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. That one a little low for ball 2. It'll be Lindsay on deck and Dickinson in the hole for the Mingos. Running out of outs to work with in tonight's ball game. 2-1, that one inside, getting past the catcher Marshall. Runner will advance to second. He is rounding second and will put the brakes on and remain there. It kind of appeared that Foster might make the turn and head towards third base. Marshall kind of jogging towards the ball behind him, but Foster ultimately remaining there. Runner in scoring position, 3-1 pitch, that one outside. First walk on the day for Brandon Davis, and now a couple of runners on for the Mingos. The next So best opportunity in a while for Florence to get on the scoreboard. It'll be up to the catcher Lindsay to keep the mini rally going. Runners on second, first 1 out here in the top of the 7th. First pitch from Balknight, swung on and missed for strike 1. First pitch slider from the righty Balknight, and we'll start off 0-1. Lindsay 0 for 2 today. A couple of flyouts, 1 in center and 1 in left. See if he can get on base for the first time tonight. 0-1 swung on and missed. Lindsay down 0-2, swung through that 92-mile-per-hour fastball on that last pitch. Now he's down to his last strike. He will have to fight to stay alive. It'll be Dickinson. He's 2 for 2 on the day. He is on deck. 0-2 pitch. That one outside. Did he go? He did not. And the count will go to 1-2. Good pitch from Balknight on that slider. Well low and away, but many hitters would have went at it. Lindsay able to hold his swing enough to see another pitch. 1-2 pitch. That one upstairs, and the count evens up. A good play by the catcher Marshall. He had to spring up to make the catch. and not let it get past him. Runners remaining on second and first for the Mingos. So an even 2-2 pitch coming to the righty Lindsay. Here it is. That one swung on and missed for strike 3. It was that same slider pitch that Lindsay was able to hold off a couple of pitches ago. Wasn't quite able to that time. And now Lexington County 1 out away from getting out of the mini jam. It'll be the shortstop, Tim Dickinson, standing in the way of that. He is 2 for 2 today. A couple of singles. Been the best hitter in the Mingo lineup so far tonight. First pitch to him, fastball outside, ball 1. Foster, not the speediest guy at second, but you would still think anything in the outfield, he would be able to score. 1-0 slider. Able to find the backdoor part of the zone, and the count will even up. So 1-1 count to the shortstop Dickinson. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Runners on second and first for Florence. That one hit towards the right side of the infield. Diving play by first baseman Wells to flip to first in time for out number 3. A good defensive play by the first baseman Wells. He's able to flip it to his pitcher in time. Mingos leave runners on second and first. Time to stretch here in Lexington County. Mingos down 4-0. Bottom of the 7th here in LC. It'll be Wells, Wally, and Buchanan due up for the Blowfish. New arm for the Flamingos is the righty Josh Lanham. Spent his last season at Eastern Florida State College with the Flamingo head coach Tyson Ellis. Will be transferring to West Georgia next season. First pitch to Wells, a little downstairs, and we'll start off 1-0. Lanham making his 4th appearance on the season so far, as that swung on and missed for strike 1. Has thrown 3 2/3 so far this season. Had 1 outing against the Blowfish earlier this year, and to put it simply, as that is in for strike 2, it didn't go very well for the righty Lanham. But in his defense, he was able to recover from that pretty well, as that 1-2 pitch is outside for ball 2 against the lefty Wells. 2-2 pitch. That one a little high for ball 3. Count will run full against the lefty Wells. In that outing, that was June 3rd against Lexington County at home. Payoff pitch, that one weakly popped up towards the shortstop Dickinson. He will head over to shallow left field and make the catch for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down to start off the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, that outing June 3rd for Josh Lanham, it didn't go very well. He gave up 10 runs half of which were earned, 9 hits, had 4 walks and 1 strikeout. But since then, he's been able to recover well. First pitch to DH Wally low for ball 1. Through June 14th at Macon, through 1 inning of scoreless balls. That one is chopped down the first base line. Count will even up at 1-1. It was a scoreless inning for Lanham against Macon. Gave up 2 hits and had 2 strikeouts, no walks. As the 1-1 pitch misses the zone for ball 2. And I would have to think mentally for Lanham, if he's able to get a clean start here, a clean outing against the team that he did not do well against, as the 2-1 misses high and out, will go to a 3-1 count. You would think that would have to do wonders for him mentally and kind of give him a clean slate to work off of the rest of the season. 3-1 pitch, that one missing inside. It will be a 1-out walk for Chris Wally. He will stroll towards first base. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the order, Xander Buchanan digging in for the Blowfish. Buchanan today struck out in his last at-bat. Is 0 for 2 on the day so far. Does have a walk on the day as well. First pitch to him missing zone. We'll start off 1-0 against the lefty Buchanan. Here's the pitch, that one low again, getting past the catcher Lindsay. Wally will head into second base and stay there. So runner in scoring position for Lexington County, a 2-0 count to the lefty Buchanan. Lexington County has not scored since the 3rd inning. It's been 3 straight scoreless frames for them. 2-0 pitch. Slider able to find the zone for strike 1. Lanham working quickly, already getting set. 2-1 pitch coming to Buchanan. Looks towards second and does it again. The runner dancing there. 2-1 pitch. That one hit well into right field. A good route and past the glove of the right fielder Donati. Off the base of the wall. Ricochets towards Mancino. Runner coming home. He will score. It will be an RBI double for Xander Buchanan. 95 exit velocity for Xander Buchanan. That one just getting over the right fielder Donati. And the lead grows to 5-0 Blowfish. So top of the order up for the Blowfish. Nick DiCarlo up for the 5th time tonight. Is 2 for 3 on the day so far. A couple singles and a walk. That one hit towards Dickinson at short. He will jump up and make the catch for out number 2. A good play by the shortstop Dickinson to get a critical 2nd out. That one 86 off of the bat of DiCarlo. If that got past Dickinson, that would have headed into the left center gap. Very likely that Buchanan would have been able to score from second, as the first pitch to Ortiz called strike 1. So pretty critical play by the shortstop Dickinson. He's able to leap up and make the grab. 0-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. And Lanham 1 strike away from limiting the Blowfish damage to just 1 run. Still runner in scoring position. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That one skied into the outfield. Mancino getting a running start. He will make the catch for out number 3. But Lexington able to plate 1 more after 7. It is Blowfish 5, Flamingo 0 here on Flamingo Radio. Top of the order up for the Flamingos as we enter the top of the 8th inning. They'll be facing a new pitcher for the Blowfish. It is Lucas Heiberger, the righty out of USC Aiken. He is making appearance number 6 on the CPL season. Has thrown 7 1/3 so far with the Blowfish. And he'll be facing Paulie Mancino, start off inning number 8. The first pitch to him upstairs for ball number 1. So far this season, Heiberger has given up 16 hits, 14 runs, all but 3 were earned, 8 walks and 7 strikeouts for the righty. He's able to find the zone there, and the count evens up 1-1 against the righty Mancino. Heiberger last through the 21st against the High Toms. 1-1 pitch to Mancino, hit towards second base on the short hop by Buchan. The throw to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. In that outing against HP Thomasville, Heiberger threw an inning, gave up 4 runs, all were earned on 5 hits, had 2 walks and 1 strikeout in that outing. Looking to rebound here. So far so good through 1 batter. First pitch to Terrence Donati, chopped down the first base line. We'll start off 0-1. This is a Lexington County pitching staff that is looking to rebound as a whole. Since the last time we saw them last Friday night, where they won 6-0, as that pitch well outside for ball 1. There'll be a 1-1 count to Donati. Since that game Friday, they've given up 16 against the High Toms, 16 against the Martinsville Mustangs, and 11 in last night's game at Forest City. So it's a pitching staff that's had good numbers, but is in a little bit of a funk right now, as the 1-1 is chopped down the first base line again. It'll be 2 strikes on the lefty Donati. But so far for the Blowfish, they have gotten a good rebound performance, good bounce back performance so far tonight against Florence. 1-2 pitch, that one just low and outside for ball 2. Based on the motion from the home plate umpire, Jeremy Polvik, he kind of took a step back. You kind of thought that strike 3 call was coming, but luckily for Donati and the Mingos, that call did not come. 2-2, that one outside, and the count will run full. Donati today, 0-for-3. Flew out to the center fielder DeCarlo his last time up. The outfield slightly shifted right. The Blowfish infield, 3 infielders on the right side of second base. Payoff pitch, that one hit dead center. DeCarlo gets a good jump on it and will make the catch for out number 2. We don't see a ton of shifting defensively in the CPL. The only time I've really seen it personally has been from these Lexington County Blowfish against some of the lefty Flamingo hitters. Saw it that last at-bat against Donati. Now with the righty Drew Kennedy up, we will not see that. First pitch to him, slider, that one hit well into the left center gap, but that one just dying in the air, and that will be caught by the left fielder Sam Stem for out number 3. So Mingos go down in order heading into the bottom of the 8th, 5-0 Blowfish. Josh Lanham remaining in to pitch for the Flamingos, his second inning of work. He will face Martin Stem and Scobie to start off the bottom of the 8th. Blowfish up 5-0 over the Florence Flamingos. They're able to get one across in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And first pitch to Martin, rocketed down the right field line, but just foul. And we'll start off 0-1. 99 off of the bat of Blake Martin. You could certainly hear the loud crack all the way up here, the last row in the bleacher section here at LC Baseball Stadium, right behind home plate. Gotta say, we have a tremendous view here, and as the night has cooled down, it's a pretty good feeling right now weather-wise. 0-1 from Lanham, slider finding the zone for strike 2. Certainly a nice view here. A very, very nice ballpark, I must say. 0-2 pitch, slider again, that one high and outside for ball 1. LC Baseball Stadium. This was formerly a high school football stadium, as the 1-2 is hit towards the second baseman Davis. He will glove it, bobble it for a second, and throw first. He's safe. And Davis and Quigley both looking at the first base umpire, Gary Smetana, kind of in shock. I certainly thought the throw was in time as well, but evidently the first base umpire, Smetana, disagreeing, so it will be a leadoff single for Blake Martin. We'll see if that's ruled a pitch or an error. It is indeed an error on the second baseman, Brandon Davis. First pitch to Sam Stem in for a strike will be an 0-1 count to the lefty Stem. I don't think that's a deserved error on Davis, to be honest. I thought that throw was well in time. 0-1 pitch. That one hit into center field. Mancino, he's been a busy man tonight. He will make the catch for out number 1. So Mingo's able to recover off of the opening batter here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be KJ Scobie digging in now for the Blowfish. Runner on first base for Lexington County. One out here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch from Lanham, slider swung on and missed for strike 1. Scobie with a couple of singles tonight, has a double as well as 3 for 4 on the night so far. Having a very, very productive day today. 0-1 pitch, slider again, swung on and missed. So back-to-back sliders from the righty Josh Lanham. He's gotten a couple of swings and misses. We'll see if he goes back to it here on an 0-2 count. Small lead up first for Stem. 0-2 pitch, it is that slider. That one a little low and out though for ball 1. Yeah, that slider pitch from Lamb's been pretty effective tonight. 1-2. Here comes again. That one just tipped by Scobie, able to get just a piece to stay alive and live to see another pitch. It'll be Ty Marshall on deck and Gray Wells in the hole for Lexington County. Looking to build on the 5-run lead. A little more cushion before the top of the 9th. Here's the pitch, slider again, swung on and missed for strike number 3. The first strikeout on the game for Josh Lanham. All pitches that bat coming from the slider. So it'll be up to the catcher, Ty Marshall, to keep the inning alive for Lexington County. As a single today, that came in the 3rd inning. First pitch from Lanham, guess what? It was a slider, swung on and missed for strike 1. Marshall today 1 for 4, struck out a couple times, also flew out to Mancino in center field. 0-1 pitch, Coming from Lanham, here it is. That one a fastball, that one fouled off for strike 2. 88 on that last pitch from Lanham. He is up 0-2 on the lefty Marshall. We'll see if he goes back to the slider here. 0-2, that one a high fastball. A little too far high up for ball 1. We'll see if that is a setup pitch for the slider for Lanham. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one high and in for ball 2. Marshall had to quickly get out of the way of that. Head on a swivel there for the lefty Marshall, and the count will even up. So back-to-back high fastballs for Josh Lanham. See what he opts with here. 2-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Fastball again, that one low for ball 3. So the count will run full against Marshall. Usually you would think in a full count, most pitches would go fastball, but with how effective that slider has been for Lanham today, I wonder if he goes to that instead. Here's the payoff pitch. He does go to that slider and is fouled down the first base line for a foul ball. It certainly looked like Marshall was sitting on that breaking pitch, so could be tricky for Lanham. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball missing a little low for ball number 4. He certainly did not miss that pitch by very much. That one just a couple inches low in the eyes of the home plate umpire, Jeremy Polovic. And it'll be runners on second and first for Lexington County with the first baseman, Gray Wells, stepping in. First pitch fastball to him. Lines to the second baseman, Brandon Davis, for out number 3. So heading into the top of the 9th, last gasp for the Florence Flamingos, down 5-0. It'll be Quigley, Rogers, and Foster due up after the break. You are listening to Flamingo Radio. Top of the 9th here in Lexington County. Mingos down 5-0. They'll be facing a new pitcher for the Blowfishes, the righty Hunter Phipps, coming from the College of Charleston, making appearance number 6 on the season, all of which have come in relief. He has thrown 8 1/3 so far this season, has given up 3 runs, though only 1 was earned on 5 hits. Still does not have any walks on the season and 13 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.08. We last saw him the last time we were here, last Friday night, through an inning against the Mingos. Not give up any runs or hits or walks, had 1 strikeout and retired the Mingos in order. The first pitch to Anthony Quigley, a little too far inside for ball number 1. 1-0. That one hit well into center field. DiCarlo running back on it and will make the reaching catch for out number 1. Certainly a loud hit there from the first baseman Quigley. 100 off of his bat. Hit well into center field, but DiCarlo getting a good jump on it and making the catch right around the warning track. So that will bring up the DH Stowe Rogers for the Mingos. Rogers heading to the College of Charleston this fall, so Cougar on Cougar action here. First pitch to Rogers, shot towards first base, a sliding grab made by Wells. He will take it himself for out number 2. So Mingos down to their last out. It will be up to the third baseman, Nick Foster, to keep Florence alive. Foster is 1 for 3 today. He did single his last time up. Phipps looking for the last out. First pitch to him in the zone for strike number 1. 84 miles per hour on that curveball from Hunter Phipps. A lot of break on it, just under 11 inches of horizontal break. A lot of up and down movement. 0-1, that one fouled off by Foster. 93 mile per hour fastball. That one landing right above us and I believe getting out of the stadium for strike number 2. So Mingos down to their last strike. It is an 0-2 count to Nick Foster. Hunter Phipps looking to close this thing out for Lexington County. It's been a very quick inning, just 4 pitches. Here's pitch number 5. It is upstairs for ball 1. So 1-2 count to Foster. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Mingos looking for a heck of a rally. Here's the pitch. It is once again high for ball 2. So back-to-back fastballs from Hunter Phipps, both of which ending up a little high. It'll be Brandon Davis on deck and Lindsey in the hole for the Mingos. 2-2 pitch to Foster is swung on and missed for strike number 3. And that is how tonight's ball game will end. Mingos shut out. They lose 5-0 to Lexington County in a game that was eerily similar to last time we were here last Friday night. Mingos will go to 7-12 on the season. And will drop to 5 games below 500. They dropped to 1-5 against the Blowfish this season. Lexington County dominating the season series so far. For the Blowfish, they improved to 14-9. They end their 3-game losing streak. They will get an off day tomorrow and then head to Flowtown to take on the Mingos Saturday night. They will be off again Sunday and head to Ashboro to take on the Zookeepers in a battle of 2 of the best teams in the Western Division here in the Coastal Plain League. That game will be Monday night. Up next for the Flamingos, they will have a split squad tomorrow night. So half of this team will head to Wilmington to take on the Sharks in a CPL game, and the other half will stay in Florence to take on the Kingsmen in an exhibition game. That game will be on Flow Sports, so if you want to tune into Flamingo baseball, you'll have to go to Flow Sports tomorrow night. That game will be at 7 o'clock, a 6:55 start for that stream. And then they will take on Lexington County Saturday night, also at 7 on Flow Sports. So I'll do it here from Lexington County Baseball Stadium. Mingos dropping this one 5-0. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Hope you all have a terrific Thursday evening. We'll see you tomorrow night on Flow Sports, 7 o'clock, Mingos versus Kingsmen baseball. As for now, this is Brian Miller signing off. Hope you all have a good night.